In June 1973, Murfreesboro, Illinois became the center of a bizarre cryptid saga. Police reports record that just before midnight on June 25, 1973, a young couple parked near the Big Muddy River boat dock heard a piercing scream and saw a large creature approximately 7 feet tall, with light-colored hair matted with mud, approaching their car. Officers searched the area and found unusually deep footprints, about 10 to 12 inches long, 3 to 4 inches wide, pressed 3 to 4 inches into the muddy riverbank. Around 2 a.m., the officers also heard another inhuman shriek from the woods, but no creature could be found. The next evening, June 26th, 2 nearby teenagers reported a similar encounter on their family property. Seated on a darkened porch, they saw a tall, pale, bipedal beast standing at the wood's edge. Investigators noted crushed vegetation and a foul-smelling, slimy residue on branches along a trail, and brought in Canine Jerry Nellis and his German shepherd, Reb, to track the scent. The dog followed it to an old barn and then suddenly refused to enter, panic-stricken. No animal was ever seen in the barn, and no definitive explanation emerged from these searches. By daybreak, the town was in an uproar. Local residents described a 7 to 8 foot, muddy white, fur-covered creature with glowing eyes and a terrible stench. Letters poured into the Murfreesboro Police Department from across the country, and even national media took note. One story in the Southern Illinoisan, later picked up by the New York Times, dubbed it Bigfoot-like, and noted that Murfreesboro officials kept the case file open. Chief Toby Berger ordered an exhaustive manhunt. Over dozens of hours, the 14-officer department scoured Riverside Park and surrounding woods. They found more tracks and the mysterious slime, but no creature. By 1974, the police were no closer to an answer. Retired patrolman Ron Manwaring, later police chief, explained that after decades the case still remains open because the evidence yielded nothing conclusive. Snibs.weebly.com. In Manwaring's words, "It's an unsolved case because I can't tell you what it was." In the wake of the 1973 reports, Murfreesboro saw only a few whispered follow-ups. Some local legend mentions unconfirmed sightings in 1975 and even the late 1980s, but these did not generate new police files. Meanwhile, the Big Muddy Monster entered regional folklore. In 2005, the local news again highlighted the tale when it released the declassified police reports for public view. A recent legislative blog notes that the case became national news and even appeared in the New York Times, and that the files include sketches, photographs, and thousands of pages of correspondence. In the 21st century, the community has turned the story into a local attraction. Murfreesboro now features a public mural of the hairy giant, and in June 2023, the town held its first annual Big Muddy Monster Festival, complete with guided sighting tours, lectures, a screening of the new documentary Creature from Big Muddy, 2021, and a race. On the festival's opening day, the city unveiled a nearly 9-foot bronze statue of the beast. Today, local officials openly embrace the creature as part of Murfreesboro's heritage, noting that, by embracing it, we also attract tourism and bring increased economic dollars. In fact, the monster now appears on tour guides. A road is named for it, and even trading card games have featured it. Evidence that a once frightening mystery has become a quirky piece of Southern Illinois folklore. Eyewitness descriptions. All original witnesses described a tall, bulky hominid covered in pale fur and caked in mud. One couple said the beast screamed continuously and advanced on their car. A teenager who confronted the creature reported it stood on two legs, about 7 to 8 feet tall, and roughly 300 to 350 pounds, with pale, dirty white or cream-colored hair. He even sketched the monster, noting a spade-shaped head and a musky odor of river slime. Neighbors reported their young child shouting about a big ghost in the yard around the same time. Officers themselves heard shrilly inhuman screams and smelled a pungent stench in the woods at each site. Photographs of the footprints and a strand of white hair were taken, and dozens of residents, hunters, farmers, and their families came forward to share similar tales. But despite the volume of testimony, no single eyewitness ever captured a clear view of the creature's face. Investigation and outcome. The Murfreesboro Police Department treated the reports seriously. Officers Merrill Lindsay and Jimmy Nash responded to the June 25th call, finding the couple frightened but unharmed. On June 26th, Chief Berger himself joined the search. In total, at least 14 police cars combed the area through the night. They recorded what footprints they could, collected the mysterious blackish slime, never scientifically analyzed, and even used lights and speakers to try to lure the creature out. With no sign of the animal by dawn, they wound down the hunt. No arrests or hoax perpetrators ever appeared. By the story's end, the department had labeled the incident an unknown creature report, and the file was marked unsolved.